Hello students, I hope you all are well. Today I will explain few topics from lesson 2, that is nutrition in animals. So let's start. Now nutrition. What is nutrition? In lesson 1 also I think you have learned what is nutrition, the process by which living organisms take in food and use it to obtain nutrients. Why they want nutrients? For that they can grow well, they can develop. That is known as nutrition. Simply the process by which living organisms take in food and use it to obtain nutrients which are very essential, which are very important for growth and development is called nutrition. Now there is a classification of animals on the basis of their habits, food habits. We all know there are different animals who only eat plants, few only depend on flesh of other animals, and few are they which depend on both directly or indirectly. The first category of animals is known as herbivorous animals. The animals which feed directly on plants are called herbivorous animals or herbivores. For example, cow, goat, buffalo, elephant, giraffe, so on. So many are there. Simply, what are herbivores? The animals which feed directly on green plants. They are called herbivorous animals or herbivores. Second category is carnivorous animals. Animals which eat the flesh of other animals. They are called carnivorous animals or carnivores. Again, I'm repeating, animals which eat the flesh of other animals are called carnivorous animals or carnivores. For example, lion, tiger, jackal, hyena, leopard, these all animals are carnivores. Third category of animals is omnivorous animals. Omnivorous animals are the animals which eat both plants and the flesh of other animals. Means they depend on both. They can eat plants also, they can go for vegetation, as well as they eat the flesh of other animals. And this is known as omnivorous animals or omnivores. Like the most important examples are the human beings, crow, cockroach. These are the examples of omnivorous animals. Now we will go for holozoic nutrition. Now, what is holozoic nutrition? There is a nutrition where the animals take in solid food. Solid food like fruits, vegetables, meats, chapatis, means the animals which take in solid food. This type of nutrition is known as holozoic nutrition. I'm repeating, the type of nutrition in which animals take in solid food such as fruits, vegetables, and meat, known as holozoic nutrition. Now, there are 5 main steps of holozoic nutrition. Number 1 is ingestion. Number 2 is digestion. Number 3 is absorption. Number 4 is assimilation. And number 5 is egestion. Now, first, again, I want to repeat it. Number 1 is ingestion. Number 2 is digestion. Number 3 is absorption. Number 4 is assimilation. And number 5 is egestion. Now, first, I will tell you what is ingestion. As the word you can see, in means taking in of the food. It is the process by which food is taken into the body of an organism. That is ingestion. In means food is taking in by an organism. That is ingestion. Now, once the food is taken in, then the second step will be digestion. Now, what is digestion? The process of converting complex food into simple and soluble form is known as digestion. Means whatever food will be eaten by any organism, that will be digested by that organism. Means the complex food will be converted into simple and soluble form. That is digestion. Now, once the digestion completed, now what will happen? The next step is absorption. Means it is the process by which digested nutrients are absorbed by intestine and then transported to different parts of the body by the circulatory system. Again, I'm repeating, what is absorption? After the digestion is completed, then the food which is digested, the nutrients are absorbed by the intestine and then transported to different parts of the body. How? By the circulatory system. By the circulatory system. And the next one is assimilation. Assimilation, it is the process of utilizing absorbed food materials for energy, for growth, and for development. And for development means, what is absorption? After absorption, assimilation means once the nutrients are absorbed and reach to different parts of the body, then that nutrients will be utilized. And for what? For the energy, for the growth, and for the development. Now, the fifth step. Fifth step is egestion. Egestion means whatever undigested portion are there, whatever undigested part is there, it will be removed out of the body, removed out from the body. It is known as egestion. Again, I'm repeating, the process of removing undigested food materials from the body in the form of feces. It is known as egestion. Now, students, I will tell you the different modes of procuring food. Now, the different organisms, they have different special organs for the purpose of how they will take in food. Like, if first of all we will go for the simplest organism. What is simplest organism? That is amoeba. That is amoeba. That is protozoa, a unicellular organism. It takes in food particles by using their false feet known as pseudopodia. They take in food particles by using false feet. They are known as false feet and name is pseudopodia. Now next, if you will talk about paramecium, you can see there are hair-like structures which are known as cilia. They are known as cilia. And these cilia take in food particles and water into the body. Now if we will go to hydra. Now hydra, you can see they are having tentacles, finger-like outgrowths. Finger-like outgrowths which are known as tentacles. And these tentacles are used to put prey into the mouth. Now, if we will go for now butterfly. Butterfly, it always suck the nectar. So, the butterfly uses its feeding tube. Butterflies, they are having feeding tubes which is known as proboscis. And through this, they always suck nectar from the flower. Now, there are few more animals. Like we talk about ourselves. What we use? We use our hands to put food into the mouth. If we will talk for lizards, you have seen lizards. I think mostly at home you can see the lizards. Now, what they use? They mostly use their long sticky tongue, long, sticky tongue to catch their prey. Now the birds are there. Birds, they are having sharp claws, they are having beaks to grab their prey and eat their food. If we will talk about giraffe, you have seen giraffe. Giraffe have a very long neck and which help giraffe to reach to its food. Elephant. Elephants have trunks to reach leaves on the branches of tall trees. So these are different modes of procuring food. What is the procuring food? Means different modes of obtaining food. Okay, now I think it is clear. Now we will go for the next. Next is the, now you can see process of nutrition in animals. Now we will go for the most simple animal, that is protozoa and amoeba. Okay? Amoeba comes in protozoa. The nutrition in amoeba, because that is the most simplest organism. Amoeba is a unicellular animal. We all know what is unicellular animal means, one cell animal. And it eats very small microscopic plants and animals that float in water. And the most important thing, it is a unicellular animal. Amoeba is a one cell animal. Still, it have the mode of nutrition, which is holozoic, means it will have all the 5 steps of nutrition. How? Now we will see it. First is ingestion. An amoeba ingests food. It intakes food by which part? False feet, known as pseudopodia, which is known as pseudopodia. Now, after ingestion, we will go for digestion. After ingestion, we will go for digestion. The food is digested in a food vacuole by digestive enzymes. And this type of digestion is called intracellular digestion because it occurs within the cell. You will say, ma'am, what is intracellular digestion? Means intracellular means within the cell. Intracellular means within the cell. The digestion which takes place within the cell is known as intracellular digestion. So in amoeba, digestion is intracellular digestion. Now, once the food is digested, then it will be absorbed. The absorption, how it will take place? The digested food present in the food vacuole is absorbed directly into the cytoplasm of amoeba. How? By the method of diffusion. By the method of diffusion, the digested food just spread out from the food vacuole into the whole amoeba. Again, I am repeating, the digested food which is present in food vacuole is absorbed directly into the cytoplasm. How? Through a process known as diffusion. And this digested food spread out from the food vacuole into the whole amoeba. Now, assimilation. What is assimilation? Food absorbed by amoeba will be now used by amoeba to obtain energy for maintaining life processes. Still, it is a unicellular organism, but it goes through all the processes. It reproduces, and then it takes food, it digests food, then it grows, it moves, the locomotion is there with the help of pseudopodia. The pseudopodia, it helps in 2 things. One, in taking in food as well as in movement. Now, assimilation, the food absorbed by the amoeba will be used for obtaining energy for maintaining life processes. And the last is egestion. What is egestion? The undigested part, whatever undigested part is there, that will be eliminated as a food expel it through a temporary opening in the cell membrane. The undigested food will be eliminated. The food which is not required, which is waste, which is undigested, will come out from the body through the temporary opening of the cell membrane. So this is the whole process of digestion. So now these are the 5 steps which are there, the 5 steps of holozoic nutrition in amoeba. Now you can see in this diagram also, one diagram is there now. In amoeba you can see the nucleus, the food particle, and pseudopodium is there. Then how the pseudopodia, it covers food particle. Once it enters then it covers by the pseudopodia, and then the food vacuole will be made there. And after that, the digestion will take place there, and then absorption will be takes place, and whatever waste digested the parts are there, that will be come out of the body through cell membrane. Now I think you all are able to understand this. Now you can see I have given you homework also side by side. The homework is also given. That homework you will do in your rough pages, in the pages only. Here in the pages only. I hope you all are able to understand. Now it's time to say bye to all of you. So have a good day. Bye all of you.